Hi, my name is Edward Kieshel, and this is my wife Angelica Kieshel, and we just wrapped up the Bay Village Eco Build.
Yep, and we just wanted to have a dialogue and kind of share just a few things about this home and the process and how it was working with the client.
One of the things that our client wanted was a energy efficient and very comfortable home, and that's one of the things that we excel on as well.
Yep, so they actually reached out specifically. They checked out different builders in the area. They're actually an out-of-state client, but they felt like no one really was talking about the home comfort and zip insulated panels and all of the geeky engineering aspects of the home. And so, but at the same time, budget was a factor. And so they came to us kind of wanting to achieve certain costs, and the priority over design elements was the home comfort of it.
Yeah, so we incorporated these things from zip insulated panels to 2 inches foam on the inside of the basement walls to 1 inch of foam underneath the slab, R49 minimum in the ceiling, and then again everything is air sealed and very tight. This home actually achieved a 0.95 ACH50.
Yep.
And
yeah, the clients were thrilled with that.
Yeah, so that's a great number, very tight. And then again, bring in fresh air. We also have indoor air quality monitor that opens and closes dampers for fresh air into the home. If we don't need to bring fresh air, we don't, but that's based on the VOCs, particulate matter, and carbon dioxide. And that was through a the furnace. And actually this is an all-electric home, and so we have a heat pump that's mainly running and cooling, heating and cooling the home, and an air handler that is pushing all the air with backup heat.
Yep. And another element that the client wanted was to upgrade their insulation.
Yeah. So we ended up going. A lot of times we'll use fiberglass because we actually get great results through fiberglass, just because of with all our air sealing and all the details that we do. But they wanted to go with rock wool, so on the exterior walls, we ended up doing rock wool insulation that was 2x6. So we have they also upgraded the zip insulated panels, so we have an R9 that is on the exterior of the studs, so that is nailed through, continuous insulation on the whole exterior of the home, and we have a 2x6 wall with rock wool insulation that's all the way through. We use rock wool kind of throughout the home just for certain sound deadening things, but we did the whole exterior as well.
Yep.
And
there's other things that we did, and we can keep going about it as far as like just how you with the little nooks and crannies, how you tape and seal all of that. Again, we just always do that, but we obviously with this structure again just continued that process. But I guess one other aspect that we wanted to chat about and share with everybody is that a lot of times clients come to us and they'll ask us, what's your price per square foot? And you can be all over the place.
The biggest question in the world as far as builders.
We do give guidance, and we do have a price per square foot that we share. However, it just depends on what the client wants.
It's really a starting point though.
And it's a starting point, but we also look at various home plans that we've done, and we can share, hey, this is at this price per square foot compared to something else. So this lot specifically is a very narrow lot, and they, again, looking at budget, we made it very home efficient. With the layout.
It's very efficient with the structure, and so again, we do have 16-12 pitches on the outside, but as far as the width of the house, I mean, it follows a very very simple footprint for the foundation and the structure itself, even though it has some really nice elements on the exterior. But that really helps with the price per square foot kind of thing. And as we chat with other potential clients or work through details with other clients,
we point out these various aspects that it's like you can be here at one starting point, but you can keep adding. So the structure, I mean, the footprint of the house is a huge factor. The structure of the house, and then really a lot of the exterior details that really changes the price per square foot. And then again, the other things, the normal things that people know are, detailed bathrooms and or countertop pricing, right? If you're, you can be at a big swing in prices just with countertops themselves, and that's just one item. Correct, but without looking at those aspects, So with this house being such a box style, in a sense, it does have a few kicks. It has gorgeous features, it has gorgeous details, but we can be at a certain price point, but then we can be the same kind of size of a home. So this home is around 3,400 square feet, and we can build another house that's 3,400 square feet, and it can cost at least $200 more a square foot. But that home would be maybe more stretched out. It would have another garage bay. It would maybe have taller ceilings. So, and you can keep going. So it's really interesting how, you know, the question price per square foot, yeah, you can hit a certain number, but you can also keep adding depending on what the client wants. And it's really been cool actually with this house is like, how low can we get the price while still doing all those details that we like to do, like the SIP insulated panels, making sure it's a home comfort house, still custom cabinetry, great windows, things like that. So again, working with our clients to achieve that in all aspects, so many different clients through the years, it's just, you know, it's fun bringing their home to life for what they need. What's something that for you was maybe just different about this house that you either enjoyed or was just something that you had to think through more?
Yeah, so one thing that we did actually different with this house is that Lennox actually came up with an indoor air quality monitor that can actually integrate with the thermostat. And so that's a great thing. Instead of that, we don't have to necessarily use third party and kind of, you know, the industry hasn't kind of tied everything together like as of yet, other than I would say, maybe there's more products out there, but the HVAC system, Lennox, they actually had the integration that you can kind of control dampers and different things based on the indoor air quality instead of using third-party components and tying that all together. So that was actually nicer, better. So we did that in this house. Is anything else that was the biggest thing, maybe the biggest challenge, which wasn't anything that crazy or sophisticated, was just we used 3 steel columns in the, actually I'm looking at them right now, in the kind of great room kitchen area transition where the staircase is, and how to actually bring that steel down from the LVL down through to the steel beam. Again, not anything crazy, but we had to think through
while still kind of making it look right and feel right.
And so, but we had to think through all those details when the rough carpenters were going, because if the heights were wrong or anything else like that, well, that's not really, you can fix that. That's already, hey, this is, we're done. And as far as how those finishes happen, we had to kind of think through those for sure. And again, nothing crazy, but that was something else that we had to think through ahead of time instead of just wrapping those columns in trim or drywall or anything like that.
Yeah.
What about you? What was a fun aspect or a challenging aspect you wanted to share?
Yeah, so for me, it was kind of a combination of both. It was challenging but fun in the sense that the style of the home in general was a little bit different than something we might normally do. So the client, both her and her husband, liked the modern look, but then aspects of pictures and things that they would share were very traditional. And so kind of incorporating the features of the home and the details to make it their style, make it fit, but also be cohesive. Even taking a look at a final finish detail of wallpaper and where should we place it or where shouldn't we place it to kind of tie in the bold colors that they wanted while also not competing with each other throughout the home. So it was challenging but fun to do things that are different and not necessarily what we do all the time. So definitely enjoyed that aspect as well. So yeah, just to wrap up, it was a privilege and an honor to build this home, seeing how cost effective we can make it while giving a really tight, efficient house, working with their design and elements. And we're just so thankful for each one of our clients.
Yes, thank you so much.